Taking a live look outside from the Mission Ridge camera. Okay, things looking pretty gray, but the big question is what's happening later today. It is a storm alert weather day. Let's get to meteorologist Cedric Haynes for the very latest. Cedric.
Yes, Latrice, of course, all eyes will be on the radar as we go into the afternoon hours. Now, I think if you want to head out for lunch or anything like that over the next hour or two, you should be fine. Just take the rain gear with you because we do have some scattered downpours out there, but especially as we get towards the 3 o'clock time frame and into the afternoon and early evening hours, I think that's when we're going to see wave number 1 of showers and storms moving through and where we could have some potentially strong weather building in across the area. And then the second wave will arrive as we go into the overnight hours. So while you're sleeping 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, I do expect our next round to get going and start building in. So we've got 2 times to kind of watch the radar, the first coming up here in the next few hours. Now, the primary threats, of course, are going to be the potential of some of those damaging wind gusts. Whenever you have a line of storms moving through, you can have areas that kind of bow out or push out ahead of the line, and that lets us know that we have some of those strong wind gusts that could get up to 60, 70 miles per hour. So that's the first thing, obviously, we're watching. We'll be watching for any rotation that may try to develop along the line, for any potential of any isolated tornado activity, and of course, the other concern that you got to be aware of, a lot of rainfall. Of course, we were in a drought for several months, so we were able to actually absorb a lot of these 1 to 2, 3-inch rainfall events that we've had over the past couple of weeks. But now that the ground has been frozen and we've had a lot of rain in the ground, it is pretty saturated, so that could lead to some flooding. So we're going to be watching that as well. And of course, watch out for a messy commute for your Wednesday morning. Let's dive into the details here. Here's your severe weather threat for today. And of course, you can see from the Tennessee Valley down to the Gulf Coast, the highest risk of severe weather just to our south. But we still have a level 2 out of 5. Now, we toss this around a lot. What does that basically mean? It means that you need to be aware that there could be some severe storms in or near your area. So we want you to be prepared for that and thinking about that. So several ways you can do that. Of course, make sure that your weather radio is powered up and ready to go. Make sure you have the app alerts on here on your Local 3 weather app. And of course, make sure you keep it here to Local 3. We'll keep you updated on air and also online as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. And make sure your family and friends know, hey, there's a threat of some bad weather today, so make sure you're checking up on the weather, of course, and know where your safe shelter is or your safe spot in your home or work office or wherever you may be. So here's a look at the radar. Again, some scattered showers locally right now. We've got some downpours showing up here, but basically moving out of Sequatchie and Bledsoe County now. And then we had a few showers in Whitfield. Those have made their way over into Murray County now through Eton and Chatsworth, but most of that is light. Some downpours here across northern Chattooga County, moving up towards Resaca right now, and that will continue to lift to the north and east. But here's the main line of storms off to the west. You can see we have some warnings there in northern Alabama. That's ahead of the cold front that's going to slowly move our way, and then it's going to slam on the brakes, so that'll allow for another wave of storms to develop. So as we time this out for you, again, about 2, 3 o'clock, here comes that first wave moving in from the west across the area. So I would say anytime between 3 and 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, that's going to be prime time for wave number 1. We'll get wave number 1 out of here as we go into about the midnight time frame and beyond. And then here comes wave number 2 overnight, heading into early Wednesday. It's warm out there. It's a spring-like day. It feels like it may storm, and sure enough, I think we will see that as we go into the afternoon hours. Your Storm Alert 7-day forecast, watching the radar today, especially between about 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and then again overnight into Wednesday morning, Latrice. But after that, it quiets down and temperatures closer to where we should be this time of the year.